Hello my fellow gamers, my name is Peter and welcome to my second advanced battle tutorial. In this video you're going to watch those same armies battle each other, but this time in real speed and in a real battle. It's not scripted, I haven't told my friend what I'm going to do, he just has the army I gave him to play with. It's a balanced army just like mine and we are going to battle it out. In the first battle we fought, he won, but you see the problem is when I was editing the last video I ended up deleting all of my raw videos. I ended up deleting the ones I already edited and the ones I had planned for this tutorial. I know this looks like I was trying to avoid showing you how he defeated me, but it is not true. I simply accidentally destroyed all my raw video from yesterday. So I had to ask my friend to fight me again, and now I'm showing you the second battle. So this is going to be my second time I am ever playing multiplayer against a real opponent. The first battle he won, now you're going to see what happened during the second battle. Just one more thing before we start. The battles in Rome 2 are insanely fast. Units kill each other and rout very fast. Battles even with full stacks of units last only a couple of minutes, and that is with the time they take just getting to each other. So that is why I'm probably going to be repeating some of the moments in the battle twice or even 3 times, just so that I have enough time to talk to you about what was I doing. So this is a live recorded battle, but it has been commented after the fact. Now while the armies are getting into position, let's talk about their composition. Both of these armies are what you called a balanced army. They are made up of infantry corps with both swords and spears, cavalry units and range units. The Roman army has better sword units, while the Carthaginians have better spear units. The cavalry is close to equal in number. I have one extra cavalry, but his cavalry is better in overall quality. Roman range units have only one archer, while the Carthaginians have 3. That means that he has the advantage in range, while the javelin throwers can have better killing power. My friend Blackcurrant is using the flying wedge formation on all of his cavalry, while I'm using it on only 2 of them. This is because I haven't thoroughly tested these formations, so I'm not putting all of my eggs in one basket and putting all of those units in the same formation. Units in Rome 2 have abundance of formations and abilities, until you test them out and know exactly how they work in the battlefield, not just what it says on the tooltip, but how do they actually engage and fight in a battle. You shouldn't use things that you're not aware of how they're going to impact your unit. As I said in the beginning of the video, battles are so fast that is why I'm now going to show you again the start of the battle and talk about some other things. As you have noticed by now, I am the attacker in this battle. That means that my attacks are setting the pace for this battle. And the way I play Total War battles is all out warfare with all types of units at the same time. This is neither the best nor the only way to fight battles, it is just the way that I like to play them. My range units are running in front of the infantry corps, which is walking. That is why my cavalry is on the flanks to prevent any kind of attack towards my range units. But I am pulling my cavalry back to make sure that I don't start a cavalry engagement so close to his infantry corps where he can send spearmen to support and win that battle, or just make me run away and be chasing me all the way to my formation. Because of the fact that I saw that he was willing to come out with his cavalry and fight a cavalry engagement on the flanks, I have sent my spear units to be close by, and in case a battle does ensue and the cavalry does fight on the flank, they are right there to help my cavalry and win that cavalry engagement. Now here I just saw an opportunity. He has overcompensated, pulling his cavalry back when he saw that I was bringing in my spear units. This has left the center unguarded. His archers are unguarded against the cavalry attack. Now I'm going to take all my cavalry and push them in the middle and try to make his archers run away. Now as you can see, his archers are already pulling back behind his sword units, but my cavalry is going to keep going because between them and his sword units there are no spear units. This is called a hit and run attack. Now you might say I have just left myself exposed for the same kind of attack, but a human player cannot be everywhere at the same time. He's not the AI. So now while he's trying to deal with my cavalry charge in the center, he does not have enough time to go to his flanks and order his units of cavalry to attack my infantry while my cavalry is out of position to protect them. Only now that I have already pulled back does he have the time to move his cavalry. Now my entire left flank is exposed to his 3 cavalry units. I have to scramble to get a Triaria unit to block those cavalry units. Now let's go back again a little bit. I know this is probably a bit anticlimactic, but for the sake of this battle I really have to go back. This is the part of the battle where I sent my cavalry straight into the middle of his ranks and chased off his range units, after which I slammed my cavalry into his melee units. What this accomplished was to chase off his range units, stopping them from being able to shoot at my range units while they were advancing, because he had better range. This is also going to force his range units to go all the way to the back of his formation, while my units are going to have a clear shot at his units while he is reforming. You're also going to see that now I'm using my spear units to attack his spear units. Now this is kind of a risky move. Those spear units were sent forward to block his cavalry from attacking my cavalry and be there if the engagement starts and defeat his cavalry. But now I'm using them in a melee mode to attack other melee infantry. This means that they are no longer going to be able to combat his cavalry. They are all alone, exposed, attack from multiple directions, and that is why they are favored. But they are managing to pin down 2 of his own spear units, leaving my cavalry much more room to go around and attack flanks or backs or move around the battlefield. The spear unit on the left has routed because I was too slow to get them any support. Now I have to move the Triarii to intercept his cavalry, while my own depleted cavalry is going to be a stopgap measure just to combat his cavalry while the Triarii unit is coming in. Since the main infantry engagement is now started, I have to use the general's ability, Raise the Banner, to increase their melee defense, while also using the infantry unit's abilities. I'm using what's left of my cavalry to block his other 2 fresh cavalry units. I have just now made a big mistake. I have used this unit of spearmen to attack his infantry instead of pushing them onto the right to attack his cavalry as well as my own cavalry. But here on the left I did it properly. This is where the speed of the battle gets to me and I start making more and more mistakes. I have ordered my second unit of sword units to attack his spearmen instead of going up, which I do fix later on, but I'm wasting time. Now keep watching these 2 cavalry units, as I have blocked his 3 units with my Triarii. My 2 cavalry units are free to move up into the center of the battle, and you can see the hole that I'm going to use. I'm sending both of my cavalry units after his range unit, but since that unit is going to keep running, I'm going to bring back those cavalry units for a back attack. This cavalry unit on the right does not have any room to maneuver, so I'm going to send it over there and finish that cavalry battle. Just then do I notice that he has disengaged his 3 cavalry on the left from my Triarii unit, which means that they're soon going to outrun the Triarii unit and attack my units. So I pulled back cavalry that I thought I was going to send on the right flank back to the left flank. Now you saw me looking for my general to use his abilities. Then I realized my general is gone. He was killed by the enemy archer fire. This then reminds me of my own range unit. My cavalry unit that pushed through the enemy formation is now going to go back and attack his general. Now I have a dangerous situation on the left flank. I have to use a rapid advance on my Triarii to catch up to his cavalry and also try to block them with one of my remaining cavalry units. Now I finally have some time to look over the infantry battle. I start turning on every ability I can find, even the rapid advance, which is kinda useless for a Triarii unit against a sword unit. This is also the first moment I get to spare a glance at the map, and I see my cavalry unit is finishing up on this flank. Only now do I remember to use the Draco ability, which I should have used a long time ago. I have completely won that battle on the left flank against cavalry and infantry, and now I can move from the left flank to the enemy's right flank, flank him, and also use back attacks with cavalry. This was only possible because of the help of the Triarii against his cavalry. Now once again I have found some free time and I'm going to use my range units on the biggest melee blob of enemy melee units that I can find. I also disengaged my cavalry attacking his general to chase off his range units and save them from the enemy spear unit. As you can see, since I forgot to disable fire at will for my range units, no matter which unit I tell them to attack, they pick and choose their own targets. You can see here that my units on the left flank are out of position and now I have to bring them back to attack the enemy center. One of the most important things right now is not to blob your remaining units. Do not send them to attack at the same angle. You have to separate them enough so you can get front, flank and back attacks at the same time. That is why I have sent my infantry with an attack order from the front, while I have sent my cavalry on a move order down to the right. Now they can come back and flank or back attack depending on the position of the enemy units. This is pretty much the moment where any battle is going to be decided. If at this moment you are unable to control your infantry and your cavalry and your range units in a well-ordered manner to pick and choose targets and choose flank and back attacks while your units are depleted, you are not going to win the battle for you. As you saw, I had a cavalry unit chasing down an enemy unit all the way out there, which is a massive mistake because I could have simply used that unit for a back attack and not have them running around the battle. And just as I have explained, only seconds after the moment passed where the battle was decided, his left flank has now entirely routed, his center has routed, and this is the end of the battle. So as you can see, the moment where the battle is decided is infinitely small. If you're not doing exactly what you should be at that moment, you have lost the battle. This was a truly great battle, but I did have an advantage in infantry, I have to stress that. I seriously had a more advanced and more powerful infantry with the Romans than he did with the Carthaginians. A big thanks to Blackcurrant for this battle, thank you for watching and please stay tuned for more.